Lamborghini has quite the birthday treat for itself as it turns 60. To celebrate its iconic birthday, the Italian automaker introduced the all-new Lamborghini Revuelto, the ultimate flagship supercar from the iconic automaker. In this video, we will discuss the specifics of this supercar and how it could take the crown as the greatest Lamborghini ever made. Now, the wait for the Aventador's successor has been quite a journey, but let's put it into perspective. There have only been 5 top-tier Lamborghini models in the whopping 57 years since the legendary Miura graced the scene, so it's not exactly shocking that it took a bit. And guess what? The new Revuelto isn't just a flash in the pan. Lamborghini plans for this beauty to stick around and keep turning heads well into the next decade. This baby isn't just a stunner, it's packed with some serious first-of-their-kind tech for a Lamborghini. The headline act? Embracing plug-in hybrid technology. And that's not all. The Revuelto also pays tribute to Lamborghini's incredible lineup of V12-powered supercars that have left their mark. Remember the Aventador? Yeah, that superstar had a good run for 11 years, and it seems like this supercar is here to take over from it. The Lamborghini Revuelto takes its design cues from the limited-run Scion, rocking that distinctive Y-shaped headlight signature and a sleeky chiseled bonnet that's a nod to the iconic Countach. Oh, and if you're wondering where they hid the charging cap, it's tucked away nicely in the front boot. Clever, right? The Y-shaped theme doesn't stop at the front. The taillights keep the party going, flanking a pair of massive hexagonal exhaust tips. Those exhausts, they're set just below the rear deck, making room for a beefy diffuser to team up with an active rear wing, ensuring stability at breakneck speeds. Moving on to the shoes of this beast, Bridgestone Potenza Sport tires were cooked up, especially for the Revuelto. And the rims? Well, you've got some choices, either 20-inch and 21-inch for both front and rear, or go all out with 21-inch and 22-inch combos. Now, step inside and you're in for a treat. The interior's a step up from the Aventador, and even though Lamborghini believes in keeping screens minimal for a true driver's experience, they've thrown in some screen magic. You're looking at a driver's side 12.3-inch screen, a 9.1-inch display on the passenger side, and a slick 8.4-inch vertical touchscreen taking the spotlight in the middle. As for those seats, forget the usual Alcantara leather. They're decked out in Lamborghini's spanking new Corsa Tex fabric, which just happens to be made from recycled polyester. And if you're all about colors, you're in luck. You can pick from a whopping 70 shades using Lamborghini's Ad Personam customization program. Now, size matters, right? The Revuelto brings more room to the party compared to the old Aventador. That stylish double-bubble roofline, not only does it send air straight to the engine's intakes, but it also gives you more headroom. A cool 26mm more than the Aventador, and a generous 84mm of extra leg space. Lamborghini is all about that racing vibe with the Revuelto steering wheel, as the steering wheel comes with 4 awesome rotors that allow you to select different driving modes. Now, let's talk about the driving modes. They brought some new ones to the table, all in cahoots with the hybrid system. First up, there's Recharge Mode, where you can give that battery a boost while cruising for just 6 minutes. Then comes Hybrid Mode, bringing both powertrains together for some serious performance. And for the grand finale, there's Performance Mode, dialing up the power and tweaking the e-axle's torque vectoring system to give you a sporty, thrilling ride. And there's more. Lamborghini's thrown in some extra flavors. You've got Sitta, City Mode, Strata Mode for your everyday cruising, Sport Mode for a bit of a spirited drive, and the high-octane Corsa Mode when you're feeling the need for speed. You can switch between all these modes using those handy rotor knobs right there on the steering wheel. Now, when it comes to catching your eye, Revuelto's design is on point, no doubt about that. But the real bombshell about this supercar is its plug-in hybrid power. Trust us, it's a game-changer. Under that sleek hood, you've got a powerhouse we're already familiar with, a 6.5-liter V12 much like the Aventador's heart, belting out a monstrous 814 brake horsepower and a jaw-dropping 725 Nm of torque. Oh, and let's not forget, the rev limit has been cranked up to an exhilarating 9,500 RPM, so this isn't just any V12, it's the mightiest one ever to roar out of Lamborghini's den. But hold up, there's more magic under the surface. They've thrown in a plug-in hybrid system that's got a petite 3.8 kilowatt-hour battery tucked right where the transmission tunnel typically hangs out. What does all this electric wizardry get you? 4-wheel drive that can run purely on electricity from the front wheels, and when you bring the trio of electric motors together with that beefy V12, you're looking at an outrageous total output of 1,001 brake horsepower. Yeah, you heard that right, 1,001 brake horsepower. Lamborghini wasn't done there. They gave their classic layout a serious makeover. That V12 flipped a full 180 degrees, so now you've got the completely revamped 8-speed double-clutch transmission snuggling up right behind the engine. When you throw the Revuelto into reverse gear, those 2 electric motors up front spring into action, powering your back pedal maneuver. And if you're feeling a need for speed, don't worry, that rear electric motor can chip in some extra muscle if you ask nicely. During the big reveal of the Revuelto, Chief Technical Officer Reuven Moore spilled the beans about the powertrain, saying that it serves up a whole new level of driving awesomeness, giving you a wider range of driving styles and the sharpest V12 experience ever. Now here's where it gets really good. Moore got behind the wheel of prototype versions and let us in on the secret. Thanks to the hybrid magic, you get to blend the heart-pounding roar of a supercar with the serene hush of electric motoring. Imagine this, you're cruising along with that adrenaline-pumping high-revving engine symphony, then you roll into a quiet village, hit that off button, and suddenly it's all peaceful. But wait for it, when you're ready to unleash again, you switch into stealth mode, sneak out, and bam, the beastly power comes roaring back. Oh, and drifting? Yeah, that's a breeze in the Revuelto, according to Moore. It's like this car was born to dance sideways. Now, Lamborghini isn't holding back on the performance either. They claim you can squeeze about 6 miles of pure electric driving out of the Revuelto. But here's the kicker. CEO Stefan Winkelmann's got a different angle. He confirmed that the battery isn't just about being green, it's about turbocharging the power. That means you're in for some mind-blowing acceleration and seriously impressive handling, even for a car with some heft. And speaking of speed, brace yourself. Going from 0 to 62 miles per hour? Yeah, the Revuelto just scoffs at that and does it in a jaw-dropping 2.5 seconds. By the time an Abarth 595 hits that mark, the Revuelto is long gone, doing twice the speed. And as for the top speed, hold on to your hat, it's north of 217 miles per hour. This bull means business. The Revuelto also knows how to distribute its weight for a killer performance. It's got 44% of the load up front and the rest, a solid 56% chilling at the rear. They've beefed up those anti-roll bars compared to the Ultimate, the last version of the Aventador, and they've gone ahead and shrunk the steering ratio by a cool 10%. What that means is that this bad boy is going to feel more lively than ever. And here's a treat, 4-wheel steering is part of the standard package. Now, let's talk about the bones of this beauty. Lamborghini went full throttle with innovation, crafting a carbon fiber monocoque inspired by the world of aeronautics. They've named it a mono fuselage, and it's a champ, coming in 10% lighter than the Aventador while flexing a whopping 25% more rigidity when it comes to torsional forces. Don't think they stop there. The Revuelto's brakes are no joke. Up front, you've got carbon fiber ceramic discs teamed up with 10-pot calipers. The rear, they're rolling with 4-pot calipers. But wait, it gets cooler. Those brakes are getting a dose of next-level cooling treatment. When it comes to getting down and dirty with aerodynamics, Lamborghini didn't hold back. They've cranked up the game with active aerodynamics that leave the Aventador Ultimate in the dust. Efficiency? Up 61%. Downforce? A whopping 66% boost, thanks to a tag team effort between the aerodynamics, the semi-active wishbone suspension, and an electronic rear wing that knows how to dance. And if you're keen on keeping the environment clean, here's some good news. The Revuelto's got a 30% drop in CO2 emissions compared to the Aventador Ultimate. Charging up that battery, you're looking at a max recharge speed of 7 kilowatts, which means a full battery top-off in just 30 minutes. And if you're in a hurry, a quick 4 to 6 minutes of driving will juice it up nicely. So there you have it, the Lamborghini Revuelto could claim the spot of the best Lamborghini ever made. Can't wait till this monster takes the road and drives us all crazy. If you enjoyed this video, check out how flipping Rolls-Royce's new supercar gets you blacklisted forever. Then click on the left. And if you don't want to miss any videos, then please click that subscribe button.